Well, yep, there's confirmation of what's happened so far today, and normally some of you might be turning on to watch a ladies singles final, but unfortunately Marin's had a recurrence of the hip injury that's been of some concern to her since the victory in the Olympic Games out in Rio. So we're moving on to the mixed doubles, and it's an all-Chinese affair with Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong against a new combination, but a player you will all know, Zhang, world and Olympic champion, and his new young partner, the 19-year-old sensation, Yinhui. And there's the route to the final that these two pairs have had. Top seeds had to fight hard in the semi-final against the young Malaysian pair. Eventually came through in a hard-fought 3 games. And the other semi-final, it was straight games, but wow, it was close. They had to save a few three-game points in that first game, eventually winning 28-26, and an equally tight second game, 21-19, to get through to this final. Well, the officials are out on court. We're just waiting for the players now. There we come, confirmation, an all-Chinese affair. It's the first seeds, first out on court. Top seeds for this event. World rank 6. Just starting to establish themselves as a real top pair. 2 Super Series wins to the name already. Well, here's Zhang, mixed double star of the last 4 or 5 years, you'd have to say. Multiple world titles, an Olympic title. But an interesting move from the Chinese to give him such a young partner. They must rate her very highly. And from what we've seen of her so far, she probably deserves that. Only 19 years of age, quite amazing, really. There he is. He's got 3 world titles, 2 Olympic gold medals. I would also have to say, Steen, rather tellingly, he's also got a lot of strapping at the moment.
Yeah, it's taking its toll on Zhang that he's been playing 2 categories. Also the whole Olympic qualification period, playing both mixed doubles and men's doubles.
Well, that right knee really is heavily strapped now. Let's see who wins the toss. Zhang and his young partner win it, and they choose ends. Chosen to play at the slightly more difficult end, I would say. Slightly quicker, playing away from the camera as you're looking. But let's start with the top seeds. 24-year-old Lu Kai, world rank 6, has been as high as 5 with his current partner. They've had a couple of Super Series victories in their partnership, winning both in Australia and India. It's not just that, they've been super consistent as well on the Super Series at the end of last year. Semis in Denmark, Japan, Indonesia, and to go with the wins. Very, very strong. There's his partner, 23-year-old Huang Yaqiong. Again, another player building a reputation. Certainly in that semi-final, it was her that managed to drag them through, getting control of the front court, serving exceptionally well. She's also a very, very good returner of serve in mixed doubles, which is so important for the female player. Here's their route through. They've had their battles against the compatriots in the second round there. The very experienced Zhu Chen playing with Du Yu, new combination. And then, as we were saying, that hard-fought semi-final victory against the new, young and exciting Malaysian pair, you'd have to say. Came from a game down. On court for over an hour. There he is. on his way to becoming one of the legends of the game, you'd have to say. Amazing he's only 27 years of age when you look at his Palmer River results. As I say, with his former partner, Yaqiong, 3-time mixed world champion. Won the gold medal in mixed also in London, and then followed that up with the bronze. Probably slightly disappointed, but he did follow that up by winning the men's doubles gold medal in Rio, so fantastic player. And at the other end of the scale, his 19-year-old partner, Yinhui, is just starting to make her game. This is her highest ever world ranking in mix, where they're currently sitting 17. But that's not really realistic because they haven't got that many results on the board yet. They've only got 5 events so far, so that ranking is a little bit false. They too have had their battles getting through to the final, beating the Olympic finalists in the quarter-final, the second seeds, Chan and Go from Malaysia. And then a very, very tight match in the semi-final, 2 games, but 2 very, very tight games. Could have gone either way, but managed to pull through to make this an all-Chinese final. There's an Irish umpire, very experienced, well known around the circuit, Carol. Jörg Huberts, locally from Germany, service judge for this final. Wildstein, how do you read this one?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think Lukai and Huang Yaqiong, they got to go for a win to sort of keep the new combination behind them. This is currently pair number 2 and 3 in China, as the number 1 on the world rankings, Zhang Siwei and Chen Chen. So very, very important match.
Play.
Oh, not a bad first rally. Zhang Nan certainly looks in the mood. Flat out in attack there. Be interesting to see whether that ladies doubles final, the loss in the ladies doubles, has any effect on Lee. It was not only a long match, but also sort of mentally that probably expected that they could win that. To lose it, will that affect her mentally? Be interesting to see how she reacts.
Yeah, and she didn't have a lot of recovery time because both the men's single final and the men's doubles final were fairly quick.
Oh, that's pretty sharp though.
So, all in all, it's not more than just a match break.
Yep.
Because you could easily have a match that's gone as long as those 2 men's singles and men's doubles matches.
That's good from Lukai. Obviously got a lot of confidence in his partner in the rear court there. He committed to the front court, went for the kill. It'll be an interesting battle in the forecourt as well, because both these girls like to dominate the front of the court. Both serve very well.
3-1.
She hit it.
Yeah, I think it would have been short actually.
Yeah, definitely short.
The net just deflected it and touched her leg. And that one is short.
Service over, 2-3.
No, just fell back on his own side. A little bit unlucky. Looking to keep it close to the tape.
3-all.
Well, it's the third final today where it's been compatriots facing each other.
Yeah, and it takes a little bit away of the intensity on court.
Service over.
I'm not sure that's the case in the Danish men's doubles. I mean, I think there was intensity. It was just tactically,
you don't celebrate as much because you know that you're going to face them again tomorrow in practice, playing
Service over. 4
playing
all.
in the arena for All England.
Well, Zhang, I have to say, Zhang Nan of 2 years ago would have covered that very, very easily.
Yeah.
That looked stiff, didn't it? That movement, I have to say. As you say, he had 12 months, very, very intense, playing 2 events at each tournament.
Service hold called.
That's above the waist.
Service over. 5 all.
And you have to say, it looks as though it's taken its toll on him physically, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Play.
Do you think they'll continue with him on 2 events?
I think it depends a lot on whether he'll be successful in men's doubles. I mean, so far he hasn't been, and
6 5.
it's all, yeah, it's really, really difficult to say. I've been trying a couple of times to predict what the Chinese management is going to do, and I've been wrong for most of the time. So it's also, is it a pair that
7 5.
is really going to go for the big occasions, or is it to groom Li Yinhui? It's really difficult to say.
Fault.
I rate him as a really, really good men's doubles player as well.
Service over.
It's just the physical
6
part of it.
7.
You're going to see it here. There's a fault on the net here from Lee. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, good call from the umpire. Touched the net. Zhang Nan, I've always felt, is a really, really good men's player. I mean, in the junior days, played with Chai Bao, and
Yeah.
they were extremely good. They took the decision to split them. He went more towards mixed.
And for a long, long time, it was impossible to find a partner that
6.
Chai Biao could play with
Yeah.
until he found Huang.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I think there was always the sensation, I know it was talked about in the Chinese press, that eventually they would come back together and play together.
yeah.
Apparently they both said that they'd like to do that, but it never really materialised.
Oi.
Totally mistimed.
Yeah.
Seven 8.
And in men's doubles, it's interesting for me as well. Obviously, in the mixed doubles, he's won these medals with great court coverage, great agility.
Great agility, great traditional mixed doubles player skills.
Yeah,
Much, much better below the tape and on the mid-court than the normal top Chinese male mixed doubles players.
yeah. It's not based on physical strength,
No.
which a lot of the male Chinese mixed players base their game on.
Yeah, it's I mean, almost up until Zhang Nan, it's been on the formula. We take one of the world's greatest front court girls and pair them with
9 8.
a
Power.
really, really hard-hitting guy
Yep.
at the back court. This is a different mixed doubles. This is now I think changing Zhao Yunlei with Li Yinhui, of course, sacrifices a lot of experience and a little bit of skills on the front court, but not too much. I mean, Li Yinhui, she can play on the front court, but she's also strong on the back court. So who knows if this could develop into a really, really strong partnership. And I mean, of course, it already has in the final here, but when we're talking Zhang Nan, we're talking about World Championship golds and Olympic golds and so on. That's how we measure him. So that's.
You talk there about his skill level. The interesting thing for me is, you know, obviously, as a male mixed player, his mid-court to rear-court play is absolutely exceptional. Then when you put him on a men's doubles court,
He's
he's
a
a
front
front court player.
Yeah. So it's reading of the game,
Yeah.
understanding of badminton. That is so phenomenal.
10.
I mean, his level in men's doubles to win that gold medal was exceptional. And his reading of the play in the mid-court to forecourt was something that I think surprised a lot of people, seeing as he'd been a mixed specialist for so long.
Yeah.
Service
But,
over.
I mean,
10-all.
it's the physical part of it that's sort of the big question mark. I rated him, I think it's about almost 2 years ago now, where I thought he was the world's best male doubles player.
11-10
That's out.
interval.
Just drifted out the back from this slightly quicker end, so we reached the mid-game interval, nothing in it. 1 point advantage for the top seeds, Lukai and Huang Yaqiong. Just 8 minutes. But it's an interesting little battle, this one.
Very good serve.
Yeah.
Nowhere near being too high.
It's interesting to see him talking here, because with Zhao Yunlei, he never seemed to get a word in for me. It was usually her doing the talking in the mid-game intervals.
Play.
Maybe that's a nice change for him.
It also shows how big a player he is, that he can play with so many different partners and reach a high level. He's so good at adapting and covering for his partners.
I mean, whatever happens with this partnership, it's clear there's a clear winner in this, and that's Yinhui.
Yeah.
I mean, she's going to come out this with excellent experience. And they obviously rate her extremely highly to put her as a 19-year-old with someone like Zhang now.
Service over.
Well, you see this again, Zhang Nan insisting on the attack. Eventually managed to switch the attack across to the forehand side, gets the weak reply for his partner. The interesting point in that rally was the intensity he put into it. It looks as though he's trying to go up a gear after the mid-game interval. I just think he is struggling there a little bit. Steen, what do you think? I think his mobility looks to be a little bit limited to me.
13-11.
Yeah, and that's the big worrying point to me for his future in the mixed. That's his the swapping we see on his elbow there, because he's never been the hardest smasher. So will he still be able to create his own points? Will he be dangerous enough from the backcourt? He's got a partner now that is a little less skilled on the front court than Zhao Yunlei. I mean, it couldn't go any other way, because she was, in my opinion, the best front court player.
Oh, that's a great serve. Great serve from Huang there.
15-11.
Zhang Nan wanting to try and take the initiative, but not able to attack that serve. Just too good for him. And that's an interesting thing with Huang. I mean, she does serve exceptionally well, and that creates opportunities, as we've just seen there. Good serve. She serves so well that she's very confident to step on and look for that third shuttle.
16-11.
And this is a quick run of points. Well, a little bit of an own medicine there. Forcing the play a little bit on the front court. Lee quick to cover it, close the space down. We'll see it.
12-16.
Block, follow, kill. Good mixed.
Chasing the shuttle. Lee.
good from Lukai though. So I watched Lukai play a little bit, probably about 12 months ago, and the difference I see in his game from then to now is how he's closing down the space on the mid-court. He's trying to move forward a lot more, I feel.
And we saw it yesterday as well when they had to come from behind to beat Tan and Lai.
18-12.
Struggling in the first game, but closed that mid-court down after losing the first game yesterday.
Yeah, and his partner really impresses me. Huang is a really exceptional prospect, I have to say.
Service over. 13-18.
That's a clever return. Oh. Classic Zhang there. Fantastic precision down the line. Jumps, looks as though he's going for the power, but actually he's just looking for that precision down the line.
18.
Great shot.
Yeah, that's often the better choice.
Very difficult to defend.
Play.
Good again. Can't go flat there.
No, especially not to his backhand side. I mean, he's so quick with the racket.
It's good mixed.
Service over. 19-15.
Well, the pattern of this game has been Huang serving. A couple of good runs on her service. Looking for a good short serve in here. Yeah, she's got them in the rally. That's out. Yeah, just drifted out the side of the court. And that brings up game points, 5 game points, 20-15. It's just out the side, saved the first one. Still got a way to go though.
Service
Still 4
over.
game points for the top seeds.
16-20.
Well played.
That's good.
Played an exceptionally well third shot as well, Yinhui.
17-20.
Oh, it's good again. Nice combination.
It would be devastating for Lukai and Huang Yaqiong if they were to lose this first game after this good run they've had here after the interval.
Yeah. Well, they've saved 3. On top again here. Oh, that's a good block though. Oh, wow. What a shot. The confidence to go for the return off the net cord there. Excellent. Let's see if we can see this. That's a great block from Huang. Must have thought she was winning the lift with that, but no. Lee confident to push it back onto the tape. Great play, great control. Well, that's 4 game points saved.
Lukai
They're calling them into play. Lukai trying to just delay a little bit, put the pressure on. Oh, great serve. Oh, amazing. Well, 20 all, who'd have thought that? At 2015, Huang and Liu all over this game, in complete control. Suddenly, the experience of Zhang Nan picks the shuttle up, serves them back right into this game at 20 all. Fantastic play. Well,
They're doing a good job keeping it around the tape, and
yeah,
even though he's become better, Lukai, it's still very much the area where Zhang Nan has his strength.
yeah. Well, having saved 5 game points, it's now a game point for Zhang and Li. 21-20, and this would have been an amazing turnaround. Oh, amazing. What a first game. I have to say at 15-20 they really didn't look in it. Huang completely dominating the net. But it's the ex-world and Olympic mixed champion that got hold of the shuttle, managed to serve them through with 7 straight points.
And that's a really amazing achievement. I mean, serving so consistent in mixed doubles when you also play the men's doubles. You're serving from 2 different positions. It's not like the women's doubles and mixed doubles. They serve from the same position, but you're not standing in the same place. You're standing further back in the mixed doubles.
Yeah, no, he really drew on all of his experience there, didn't he? And really managed to draw his opponents into a mid-court game, which suited him. That was probably the key to it. I mean, there was no real play. He didn't have to cover the width of the rear court or anything like that. He managed to draw them into a tighter mid-court game, which is really his strength.
It was more or less attack and defense was taken away in all those rallies.
Yep. Very, very clever play, as you would expect from a great champion. Well, they've got a little bit of thinking to do after that one, I have to say. Body language not great from Lukai. It's a little bit down after that, and I'm not surprised. He must have thought he'd got it at 2015.
Yeah, and you expect to win that game.
Yeah. If you take the game as a whole, really the 2 girls cancelled each other out, didn't they? They both had really, really dominant patches. Lukai looks hesitant now, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't moving at all after that service return.
No, I mean, as the male player there pushing mid, you've got to move, and he was very static. He's just gone out the back. See what he was trying to do. Keep the shuttle low over the net. Force the opponent back in the court, which allows his partner to take up an aggressive position in the front court.
Gone long.
That's going to go out the back, that's for sure.
2-all.
Definitely have the momentum right now, Zhang and Li.
3-2.
Yeah, just good. That's just good variety, isn't it? Using
Yeah.
the cross there. Probably not a natural mixed shot, but Lukai saw was looking for the straight. Just changed the play. That's great serve, and that is what we saw at the end of the first game.
4-2.
He's in the groove, isn't he, on service?
Yeah. Good quality on that lift from Zhang Nan. It's a little bit late on it, but still managed to
5-2.
get really, really good length on the lift.
Yeah, and again the damage coming on his service. Unusual in mix. Normally the runs of points will come on the girls' serve. Serving higher up the court, a little bit easier.
They've won the last 14 rallies, 12-2 of Zhang Nan and Yinhui.
Oh, it's good mixed. Oh. Oh, great rally, great rally. I think Zhang Nan can believe he's lost that point actually. In total control. Oh, there's the round the back. That's the one for the crowd and the dive. I think Lukai needed that point. He needed something positive. His body language was getting a bit negative.
Yeah. It was.
3-5. Play.
There's some players that can sort of gruel over that lost first game for a long, long time, but hey, you gotta move on.
Interesting. I think Li Yinhui is actually smashing more from the rear court in this mixed doubles than she did in the ladies doubles.
Yeah.
6-3.
Maybe it's the extra motivational factor of being on court with Zhang Nan.
Yeah, I mean, he's the world champion. He used to be the world champion and Olympic champion and won 3 Super Series finals, 10 premiers and so on. So if you lose the match, you know you know whose fault it is. It's not his because he knows what he's doing. Of course, there can be the physical side of it, as we've discussed. And all players have ups and downs in terms of form.
Great defense. And again. He's tried to force that in the end, hasn't he? Zhang Nan's defense during that rally was quite incredible. He was taking over 3/4 of the court. Picked up a couple on his forehand defense, switched to the backhand defense, covered one for his partner. Gradually built the pressure up on Lukai until he made the error. Yeah, it's gone long.
9-3.
Well, they're well away here, aren't they?
Lukai.
So they're going to get a healthy lead at the mid-game interval if they keep going like this.
Yeah, Lukai thought that he can flick away sweat.
That's a good serve.
Well played.
Yeah, it was well played. Again, Zhang Nan seemed to defend that one from under his partner's armpit.
4-9.
But good from Huang.
That's also one of the things that you can notice, the little backswing that he needs, Zhang Nan. I think he's got the shortest swing of all in his backhand side.
4-9. Play.
Able to generate power with so little backswing. Great play.
Yeah. There you see a little bit of the men's doubles coming out there. Read the play straight. Very, very comfortable in that front court position.
4.
One of only 2 male players to win gold in both, Olympic gold in both men's and mixed doubles. Zhang Nan.
11-4. Interval.
I mean, it's amazing to me he's only 27, and he was only actually 27 this week.
Yeah.
His birthday was actually during this tournament. So just 10 minutes, and it's a 7-point lead they take into the mid-game interval. And they're good value for it now. Zhang Nan looks really on his game. He's in the groove, isn't he? He's in control of this game. He's worked out where Lukai doesn't like the shuttle, and he's putting it there a lot of times.
Gets totally healthy, and he might be healthy. I mean, those strappings, they might be just precautions. So seems like China is about to stamp their mark again on the mixed doubles category with Chen Ziwei and Chen Zichen on top, and this pair coming up. We know that Ahmad and Nasir, they're not playing that many tournaments together. Ahmad is also going to play with some of the other Indonesian girls, and then they're going to play the important tournaments together. You know, Joachim Fischer is already 38 years old, so looking to regain that hold on the mixed doubles category that they had for a number of years, mainly thanks to Zhang Nan here and his former partner Zhang Yunlei.
Yeah, I think the world rankings are also been affected by the Korean retirements as well.
Yeah.
Traditionally a very strong nation. There's the only other player that's won the 2 gold medals, Kim Dong-moon.
Yeah.
Great tradition in that event. Maybe not been as strong in the last few years, but they've still last year had a couple of pairs in the top 6.
Had #1 on the world ranking with Ko Sung-hyun and Kim Ha-na.
Yep. But it is traditional in this year, the year that follows the Olympics, that there are a lot of retirements, partnership changes. It's the time to switch things around, try some different things. So world ranking sometimes is a little bit false during this period, that first year. It takes 12 months for it to settle down after the Olympics. And we're certainly seeing that. And here there's been a lot of upsets in the doubles events.
And sometimes even longer, because I mean, if a combination is not working out, then you're a little bit quicker to change it when there's 3 years still to go to the Olympics.
Yep. Well, they're really starting to pull away now. The gap up to 9 points.
Yeah, and they won the last 7 points of the first game.
She's down. And Lukai's hit it out the back. Too busy worrying about his partner. Lukai's really lost his head with that.
Yeah.
That first game's destroyed him mentally, hasn't it? The body language has been quite negative in this second game, noticeably. It's amazing how quickly these games can change round. 2015 up in the first, everything looking great, and then all of a sudden, 10-point deficit in the second game, having lost the first.
Yeah, and now, I mean, you've lost the first after being in a good position. Now you're down 9 points. You're not really thinking, how can I get back? You're thinking, how can I get out?
Yeah. Probably still thinking how he lost that first game.
Yeah.
more smashes in the mix than the ladies earlier on. Oh, there's the drop she was using earlier on. Lukai's really lost his touch. He's not sure where he is with Zhang Nan, is he? Doesn't know whether to block, push, lift. Back out to 10 points, 16-6. Yeah. This is where the damage has been done. Oh, just as I say that, curse of the commentator. Zhang Nan serves it in the net. Can't believe it, the way he's been serving. Look at him. He's distraught over that. He's got a 9-point lead and he's actually really upset that he's missed that service.
Service full called.
Well,
Service over.
certainly didn't need that.
17-7.
Another reason to be negative, I'm afraid. It's been called a few times in this match. Missed it.
Service over. 8-17.
Actually played together, Zhang Nan and Lukai in Macau Open, so also changing his partners there a little bit. In men's doubles.
Service over.
Well, this game, you have to say, it looks as though it's winding down now. Can't see a dramatic comeback like we saw in the first game.
It's totally out of the question.
Oh,
Did that come over or what?
no, looks as though it stayed on top of the net. Difficult to see from this angle,
Yeah.
no? Interesting to see that again. It looks as though he's quite close to getting it back. Oh, he's going to do the mopping himself.
Players very cautious that there's not any sweat on the courts.
A bit nervous on serve. He's been faulted a couple of times recently. It's quite high, isn't it? That's out.
That's what you got to do if you're losing the service situation. Try to raise your service a little bit, get an advantage.
Yeah, it's not really worked for him. Service judge has been alert during this game. That's a good return. Took it early.
Service over. 19-10.
19-10. We're nearly there. Lee on service. Oh, that's a great serve. Good return though from Huang. Oh, no, missed it.
Service over.
Yeah, just having a word with Lee there. Lee just going a little bit too flat in defence.
19.
Chance of some good rallies perhaps here where Zhang Nan and Yinhui are almost certain to get the win. And they're not letting
Lukai
opponents
not
in.
been comfortable below tape height in this match, has he? And Zhang Nan saw that and has really taken good advantage of it. So match points arrive at 20-11 in the second game after that really dramatic comeback in the first game. One you wouldn't normally expect them to have won from 15-20 down. They now arrive at match points. Well, and it's fitting that it's won on Zhang Nan's service because that was the telling point in this game. Those 7 points he was able to score at the end of the first game on his service were really the critical factor in this match. That's an excellent win. As you say, they're starting to build up a little stock of results that's going to see them move up the world rankings very, very quickly.
21-11.
They've added the German Open to the Thai and Macau events that they'd already won together in their first 5 events. That's 6 events now, and they've won 3 of them and been in another final as well. Confirmation of the score there, 22-20, 21-11. Zhang and Yinhui, who run out winners of the German Open this year. And you have to say, as an unseeded pair next week, there'll be a few seeded pairs not wanting to play them first round in the All England next week.
You definitely don't want to see them in the first or the second round where you're a little bit unsettled in the whole.
Yeah.
Final today, and the winner is Yinhui or Zhang. Thanks a lot. This is a pleasure having you. We will translate it, Peter. Thanks a lot. If you've been here now, I asked Lee maybe the first sentence and the comeback in the first sentence. Was this the key to success today?
你觉得今天的成功因素是什么？这场比赛。
主要是心态啊，心态比较好。
So we feel very relaxed, and that's why we can play so good today.
Was it difficult for her to play after she lost the first final today?
你觉得在今天输掉第1局之后，那么在今天打混双比赛的时候有什么困难吗？还是你觉得？
混双、女双打完了的话，就是这一场就投入到这一场里面。
So after I lost the women doubles final, and I want to concentrate fully on the mixed double. So I will forget my failure before, but I will focus on myself on this mixed double.
One question to the Olympic champion last year in the men's double. Now, maybe his opinion to Li Xinhu. What is possible with her, maybe in the next years?
那么你在得完奥运男双冠军之后，那么你现在也有了一个新的混双搭档。那么你今年对林英慧也好，对你自己也好，有什么新的一些期待？
首先奥运会已经成为过去吧，因为今年已经是新的一年，而且我换了新的搭档，所以我希望跟我包括混双搭档也好，男双搭档刘成也好，能够有我们自己的突破吧。
So now the Olympic champions is the history, and now I have new partner for mixed double and also new partner for men's double. So I hope that we could achieve a new level in this year. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. It was a pleasure to have you here. Now the celebration. Make some noise, please, for the champion mixed doubles. So, liebe Zuschauer, jetzt geht es direkt weiter mit der Siegerehrung. Sie kennen das Prozedere schon mal. Dankeschön, dass Sie noch auf Ihren Plätzen warten. Aber ich glaube wirklich, dass unsere Sieger das nochmal verdient haben.
Und noch ein großes Dankeschön an die Zweitplatzierten hier. Thank you and congratulations. Second place to Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong.
Liebe Zuschauer, das dauert jetzt noch 20 Sekunden und dann geht's los. Vorab schon mal ein großes Dankeschön an Sie alle, aber eben auch an die vielen helfenden Hände hinter den Kulissen, ohne die ein solches Turnier nicht möglich wäre. Alles Schiedsrichter, Bopperkinder, Technik, Licht und die Sponsoren. Ich hoffe, auch die kriegen nochmal einen großen Applaus. Danke dem gesamten Team bei den Yonex German Open.
Und wir kommen nun zur Siegerehrung. We will start now with the prize ceremony. In mixed doubles, the Yonex German Open 2017.
Here come the players back onto court for the medal ceremony.
Siegerehrung wird gleich
It's our
durchgeführt.
last
The
final of the
prizes
day.
will be presented by
And what an intriguing battle it was, particularly that first game. Very rare you see comebacks from that position. 15-20 down to serve it out to 22-20 was quite amazing.
Second place today. Congrats from China.
Same story though, they came in as top seeds, they've lost to their compatriots in the final. But I guess moving forward to next week, the All England Championships, they've got some matches under their belt, they'll be acclimatised to the European conditions, they'll be over the jet lag. So there are some positives there for them to take into next week. Although I'm sure at the moment they're very, very disappointed with that result.
Mixed doubles 2017 Yonex German Open. The champions, Zhang und Yinhui, China.
Well, he's no stranger to the top step of podiums, that's for sure. And you have to say, looking at his young partner, I think she can get the habit fairly quickly as well. That's impressive. They've only had 5 events together until this week. And to come out and pick up a 3rd title in the first 6 events together is very, very impressive indeed. And as I say, it'll take them time to get up to a seeded position in Super Series, but until then, there'll be a lot of top pairs not wanting to play them in the early rounds, that's for sure.
Die Siegerbilder nochmal im Rahmen von einem großen Applaus für die Finalisten im Mixed Doubles 2017, Germany Mülheim.
Well, nice to see a good crowd stayed for the last ceremony. Germany known for its good sporting spectators. And it's been an excellent week, I have to say. Congratulations to the organisers. A tremendously well-run tournament that I know the players always really appreciate coming here.
So, liebe Zuschauer, jetzt geht's auf die Ehrenrunde. Now the walk. There's a celebration walk through this hall. Enjoy and congrats again.
Confusion there. Off they go on their lap of honour. Well deserved.
Now celebrate, it's your party.
Here's just a recap of what we've seen today. We started off with the ladies doubles, and it was Japan who came back from a game down, with Fukushima and Hirota eventually coming out on top over their Chinese opponents. Excellent victory for them, the unseeded Japanese pair. We then moved on to the men's singles, and it was an all Chinese Taipei affair, and it was the more experienced Xiao Chen who came out on top there in 2 straight games against his younger compatriot. But what a week Huang's had, beating Chen Long in the semi-final for the first time in his career. Then we were on to an all-Danish affair in the men's doubles, and that was an upset. It was the younger, lower-ranked pair of Astrup and Rasmussen who came out on top in 2 straight games. Really managed the tactical side of the game very well to come out on top in quite quick time, really, for a men's doubles. Unfortunately, the 4th final was a walkover. Carolina Marin having a recurrence of the hip injury that's been affecting her since the Olympic Games, so it was Kane Yamaguchi who takes this title away. And as we've just seen, the highly experienced former world and Olympic mixed doubles champion Zhang Nan managing to pull his young 19-year-old partner Li through to victory in the final of the mixed doubles, again in straight sets. But that doesn't really tell the story, what a comeback it was in that first game. So thank you for being with us. It's goodbye from myself, Ian Wright, and Steen Pedersen. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.